If you'd like to talk another time, or even listen, have you on the show to discuss it, we'd be more than happy to. We do that all the time with people who disagree with us. Again, it's not about confronting. It's very rare when there are calls to violence. That's when we confront. But we have people all the time on the show with differing opinions. We're willing to hear anyone and everyone. And I think it's actually probably the one and only example online where we do that consistently and respectfully. So we'd welcome you to be on the show.
The one and only example online being
Yes.
you and your team are the only example online of people doing that?
Yes, of people hosting differing opinions, completely unedited, in long-form interviews, consistently and respectfully. Yeah, I would say so. I would say there are very few. Maybe a couple other on the right wing, but certainly not on the left. Yeah, we're willing to hear anyone and everyone. And I think it's actually probably the one and only example online where we do that consistently. We're willing to hear anyone and everyone. And I think it's actually probably the one and only example online where we're willing to hear anyone and everyone. We're willing to hear anyone and everyone. We're willing to hear anyone and everyone.
Angry about it.
Look, hold on a second. All right, hold on a second. Let me hear what Pigpen has to say here really quickly.
Fair enough.
But Ethan, look, I don't. Hold on a second, Ethan. This is because initially I came out here to talk with Ethan. Ethan, come on, man. Look, the same reason that I haven't ever had a conversation with Sam Seder is the same reason that Joe Rogan, Sam Harris, Brett Weinstein, Dave Rubin, Ben Shapiro don't owe him anything. It's based on a lie, Ethan. Just like you claiming my booker reached out to you, Ethan, when you know that's not true.
What's the lie?
There's no one ducking you, Sam.
Why are you so afraid?
Sam. I can call out Mike Tyson. It doesn't mean that I'm ducking him.
You are so worried about
Why do you feel that? Why do you feel that anyone,
Sam?
Why do you feel that anyone owes you airtime when you have a 40th of the audience and you've been doing the show for 10 times as long?
Airtime. I think that Ethan has just given it to me.
Right.
I didn't ask him for it.
Right. No, you've been begging for it for a long time with everyone bigger than yourself.
Yeah, he found a way.
He can't build an audience, and so what happens is he uploads 15 times more, has less than a 50th of the audience.
Well, that's why he wants to debate you, is so he can build his audience.
Sam,
come on.
Your audience cares that I only have 1 million subscribers and you have what, 6 or 7 million subscribers?
Let me answer. Can I answer your question? Can I answer your question? Do you want me to answer your question? My audience would say Sam who? Just like Joe Rogan's audience and Ben Shapiro's and Dave Rubin. Now they all know who you are because you had to shoehorn yourself into another coward show.
College students every day that you do
Why are we
Hold on a second. This is another lie. Let me clarify, Sam. The Change My Mind, everyone knows on the show, right?
Yes.
We've had professors
How did you know I ended my
he's not
show
gonna talk.
early last week, Stephen?
Because you're an idiot. And half of your staff doesn't like you.
Because I'm a diehard fan.
Yes, it's because he's a diehard fan. I had heard of you, but I just met you. Congratulations, Sam Seder's fan.
And
I'm just
Stephen,
a
have a
huge fan.
conversation.
Right now, every time I try and talk, you're interrupting, Sam. Right now, I'm trying to talk with you. You're interrupting, Sam.
You bombarded the show to debate.
You bombarded my show under a false pretense. You claim that everyone, just like you claimed that I ducked a debate with you under a false pretense. Have I ever?
That is what the Politicon people told me.
Is that what they told you? So you're just lazy with your research?
And if big tech is...
You continue with the lie. You need to research and say, did Stephen ever accept... Let me explain to you. Hey, whoa. Sam, sweetheart. Sam, fake stand-up comic who we can't find any footage about online. Let me finish.
I'm not a stand-up comic.
Oh, you're not? Okay, that makes sense because everything that I've seen is incredibly unfunny and unentertaining, which may explain the audience numbers.
Irony alert,
Comedian.
The irony of
Sam, can I answer your question?
Appreciate our discussing things.
Samuel, can I answer your question?
Yes.
So you have gone on, you've done the same thing with other comments. Everyone has a bigger audience than you. Because you said, I want to speak with Steven Crowder. You believe that at some point there was some acceptance? When have I ever done a Politicon? Ever? When have I, as a matter of fact, in the last decade, I haven't done a single political conference. I hosted CPAC for 4 years and stopped because they suck. They don't pay and they're full of losers. And you've been clamoring for it, and it's a lie.
Gavin told me that you dropped out of doing his show because
this is just hearsay and gossip.
How can he
getting conservative guests will be a cinch. They don't even the conservatives never even ask who they're on with. They're like, I'll debate anyone. I'll talk to anyone.
A few moments later.
Sam said yes. The conservative he wanted didn't want to waste time with him.
All right, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. It's adorable. Hey, Sam, one thing before I go. Can you take off your glasses? One thing before I go. Can you take off your glasses?
We just want to see if
I just want to see if you take them off, if you have the Velveteen Rabbit buttons. That's the only thing I'm curious about. It's the only interesting part about you.
Or if there's a soul.
Just take off the glasses.
Let's debate.
Don't hide behind the glasses, Sam.
Don't say let's debate, Ethan. You've lost that opportunity.
Ethan's lost the debate. All right, this is sad. This is why we don't
Ethan, shut up.
All right, good. You guys are good. Thank you. Appreciate it. Won't even take off the glasses. All right, yeah, you can give it the X. This is just We're willing to hear anyone and everyone. I think it's actually probably the one and only example online where we do that consistently. We're willing to hear anyone and everyone. I think it's actually probably the one and only example online where we're willing to hear anyone and everyone. We're willing to hear anyone and everyone. We're willing to hear anyone and everyone.